Imagine standing in front of a locked door, a door that separates you from your dreams, your success, your future. Now imagine someone hands you a ring of 10 keys and says, one of these keys will open the door. Most people would start trying. The first key doesn't work. The second key doesn't work. The third key doesn't work. And slowly, frustration begins to take over. Many people quit right there, not because the door can't be opened, but because they assume it never will. This is the story of Daniel, a young man who learned one of the most powerful lessons about success. When Daniel was 20 years old, he applied to his dream college. He was rejected. At 22, he started a business. It failed. At 24, he interviewed for his dream job. The answer was no, again, and again, and again. Every failure felt like proof that he wasn't good enough. People around him started giving advice. Maybe your dreams are too big. Maybe you should be realistic. Maybe it's time to move on. And for a while, Daniel listened. He stopped trying. He stopped believing. And little by little, he stopped becoming the person he wanted to be. Then one day, while cleaning an old room with his grandfather, he found a small wooden box. Inside were 10 keys and a handwritten note. The note said, "Success is behind a locked door. Most people quit after trying a few keys. The person who succeeds is often the one who tries the last key." Those words changed everything. That night, Daniel couldn't stop thinking about them. He realized something. Every failure in his life was just another key. A key that didn't open the door, but a key that brought him one step closer. The rejection wasn't the end. The failed business wasn't the end. The missed opportunity wasn't the end. They were simply keys that didn't fit. So the next morning, Daniel made a choice. He decided to try again, not because success was guaranteed, but because quitting guaranteed failure. He started reading every day, learning every day, improving every day. While others searched for shortcuts, Daniel focused on growth. The progress was slow, painfully slow. Weeks passed, months passed, years passed, and many times it felt like nothing was changing. But Daniel kept going, because every time he wanted to quit, he remembered the keys. Maybe the next one is the right one. Then, one day, an opportunity arrived. A company called him for an interview. This wasn't his first interview, not even close. But this time was different. All those years of failure had prepared him. The lessons, the discipline, the resilience, everything he had gone through suddenly mattered. And when the final decision came, he got the job. People called him lucky, but they didn't see the years of preparation. They didn't see the failures. They didn't see the doors that stayed closed. They only saw the moment the door finally opened. Years later, when people asked Daniel for the secret to success, he always gave the same answer. Most people stop at key number 3. Some stop at key number 5. A few make it to key number 9. But success often belongs to the person who is willing to try key number 10. So if you're struggling right now, if you're tired, if you're discouraged, if you're wondering whether it's worth continuing, remember this. You may be closer than you think. The next attempt could change everything. The next day of effort, the next lesson, the next opportunity, the next key. Don't let temporary failure convince you that permanent success is impossible. Keep moving forward. Keep learning. Keep growing. Because the only people who truly fail are the ones who stop trying. And one day, when your door finally opens, you'll realize it wasn't luck. It wasn't talent. It wasn't perfect timing. It was persistence. And persistence is a choice you can make today. Don't quit because the door is locked. Keep going. Your key might be next.
Don't forget, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Thanks for your support.